It's hard to believe that the Harry Potter movies were being filmed over 10 years ago. During that time, there were a lot of behind the scenes footage of our favourite cast members messing around and having a good time on set. That being said, there have been a lot of stories that have come up about things that have happened off camera behind the scenes while filming the Harry Potter movies. And so, in today's video, I will be going over 12 behind the scenes moments from Harry Potter. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you do enjoy and subscribe to the channel and let us know you subscribed, as you could get a shout out at the end of the month. Number 1. Movie adaptations are sometimes tricky and it is impossible to please everybody. Behind the scenes of making Deathly Hallows Part 2, Steve Kloves, the screenwriter, wanted to have Harry be the one having the confrontation with Snape because it would have added more weight to the scene. However, J.K. Rowling fought for McGonagall and said it was important to give her her moment in the spotlight, and this is the whole reason why she was given the role in the fight. Number 2. The Harry Potter movies decided to remove Voldemort's nose so that he would look more serpent-like, and this was accomplished using CGI. In order to create such an effect, Ralph Fiennes, the actor who played Voldemort, needed to have tracking dots applied to his face. They were extremely necessary so that computers could tell where all the parts of his face were in relation to each other, so that his nose could be removed easily. Number 3. As I'm sure most of you will remember, the first Harry Potter movie had a lot of iconic scenes, and one of them is Harry's first flying lesson with Madam Hooch. Although her character appears throughout the rest of the series in the books, within the movies it's a whole different case, because she only appears in Philosopher's Stone. According to Zoe Wanamaker, the actress who played Hooch, Warner Bros were very stingy with her salary, and she told them they had to put it up or she wouldn't continue making movies. Clearly that never happened because we don't see her anymore, and it's probably because Warner Bros didn't see the character as being important enough to increase wages, and so she was written out of the franchise.
The one riding it will find themselves out of Hogwarts before they can say Quidditch.
Number 4. It's a very well known fact that British actors play American characters, but the reverse is less common. Apparently though, Warner Bros' first choice for Hagrid was no other than American actor Robin Williams. J.K. Rowling was adamant about keeping the cast primarily British though, and so Williams didn't get the role. I'm glad though, because Hagrid, the one we all know and love, Robbie Coltrane, is a perfect actor for the role.
The eyes, I reckon, they unnerve some folk.
Not to mention the pincers.
Number 5. This next point may be quite amusing to some because according to Jason Isaacs, Alan Rickman was a pro at taking items from set. Allegedly, he took a ton of coins from the Goblin's Bank on the first day of shooting on Gringotts set and nobody noticed. After seeing this, Isaacs wanted a copy of the Daily Prophet, and after asking director David Yates if he could take one home with him, he was told that he could, but when he tried to leave the studio set, a worker said that Yates wanted it back. The exchange was described as being embarrassing, especially because he got nothing out of it. It just goes to show you shouldn't always try and copy your friends.
People will think you're up to something.
Number 6. After filming with a group of young actors for over a decade, you really cannot expect them not to mess about with your stuff, and much to the surprise of Alan Rickman, this indeed happened to him. During the filming of The Goblet of Fire, Grint and Matthew were in Rickman's car and managed to spill milkshake inside of it. So sometime later, Rickman got an upgrade and bought himself a brand new BMW, and while filming The Order of the Phoenix, Rickman told Grint and Lewis to stay away from his car. Number 7. When it comes to making films, the props department will usually make several copies of each prop just in case something happens and they need a backup. When it comes to the making of Harry Potter, the props department definitely had a busy schedule because Daniel went through nearly 80 wands, and he apparently also went through 160 pairs of Harry's glasses.
Oculus Reparo.
Number 8. During the filming of The Chamber of Secrets, there was an outbreak of head lice on set, and it spread amongst most of the young cast members and even hit some of the adults. Obviously this isn't good, so filming had to be put on pause until every cast and crew member were clear of the parasites. Number 9. One of the best behind the scenes stories from the Harry Potter movies is when the director of The Prisoner of Azkaban asked the main trio, Daniel, Emma and Rupert, to write an essay describing their characters. It was an exercise that was supposed to help them further explore and understand their characters. Emma wrote a very long detailed essay just like Hermione would have done, and Daniel wrote a brief one, but it was very insightful, something that Harry probably would have done himself. Rupert, on the other hand, decided not to write anything, and when he was asked why, he said because Ron wouldn't have wrote an assignment, he would have blown it off, so it was very Ron-like of him not to do it. Clearly the actors had a perfect understanding of their characters, and this proves it.
Oh bloody hell, here we go.
Number 10. Helena Bonham Carter is definitely an amazing actress because she completely immerses herself in her roles, and this was definitely the case when playing Bellatrix Lestrange. Unfortunately though, in one of her moments when she was most engrossed, she took things a little too far and accidentally damaged Matthew Lewis's eardrum. The injury took place when her character was threatening Neville with her wand. Props to Lewis though, because he handled the situation very kindly and didn't even tell her how bad it was until days later.
You could have killed me!
Number 11. There's no doubt that wands are probably the most important object from the Harry Potter series because the whole thing is to do with magic and you cannot cast a spell without your trusty wand. Like I've already mentioned, Daniel Radcliffe broke a lot of wands throughout the filming of the Harry Potter movies, and because of this, there were times when he had to go wandless in scenes that required him to actually have a wand. Luckily though, CGI is a thing, so the wand could be added later on, and all he had to do was pretend he was holding one.
Expecto Patronum!
Number 12. Warwick Davis is no stranger to having to wear impractical costumes, and that is why he was always prepared when it came to recording outdoor scenes involving Griphook in the Deathly Hallows. The outfit that he wore covered most of his head and his hands as well, and this is why we can see him wearing goggles in the outdoor sequence, not only to protect his eyes from the sun, but also to get rid of the risk of him accidentally poking his eyes out with his clawed hands.
Good morning. You Bellatrix Lestrange, not some dewy-eyed schoolgirl.
Alright, so there we have it. 12 behind the scene moments from the Harry Potter movies. Please make sure to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy, and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in the next one.